This is another Edgebander member in our extensive line of bandits. This machine we have kind of positioned between the hot air and the Gluepot machine. Again, it's for small custom woodworking shops, small to medium size shops. And note, one of the big features is that the footprint is really small. Now let's go through the features. If we start here from the left side, first we have an amp meter. It tells you the amount of amps you're using. The next one here is the thermostat. And you can see right now the glue temperature is 154 degrees. This is in Celsius. And we are headed for 180. When we reach 180, it'll shut itself off. And at that time, it will also allow us to start the feeder. If we were to try and start the feeder right now, it wouldn't start. Here, this is a little timing switch for the rough cut guillotine. I'll get to that later. On and off here for the Gluepot. On and off here for the feeder. Here is on and off for the top and the bottom trimmer. And here's on and off for the end trimmer. And then here is the emergency stop. That stops everything. In front of the machine right here, we have this extension support arm that we can pull out in case we are doing some wide panels. That makes it go through the machine smoother. It's on linear bearing, so it pushes in and out really easily. This whole thing here is the feeder. That's what feeds the panel through the machine. And if you change panel thickness, 3/4, 5/8 or 1/2 inch, you need to raise or lower this feeder. And you do that on this handle here. And there's a little digital readout here. So if we are going to do 3/4 inch panels, we go to 19.1, which is equivalent to 3/4 inch. The feeder swings open just like this. Loosen that handle, and now I can swing the feeder out of the way. And now you can see all the different functions of the machine. And note that the machine is accessible from the front here, and that means that you can put the machine quite close to a wall because you really don't need to get behind the machine to operate it. We have installed the tape on the tape tray here, and right after that the tape goes through 2 guiding fixtures. It's important that the tape, of course, goes completely parallel with the panel, and we've fit the tape up to the rough cut guillotine right here. So the panel hits this switch here, and that starts the feeding of the tape. And the tape is going to stop just past this roller here, and that's that timer we have on the front of the machine that you saw just before. So let's do that. See that? And now the panel is going through, and as it gets to the other end of the panel, it goes away from this switch, and now the guillotine cuts the tape, and it's going to overhang the rear end by just about 1/2 inch. And then the last thing that happens is the panel slides further on, and between these two here is the top and the bottom trimming. So that happens automatically. The last thing is the end trimming, which is a separate function that's done on this attachment over on this side of the machine. Okay, now let's do some edge banding. First, safety glasses. This machine can shoot a little splinter here and there, so that always makes sense. Start it up. This is the board we just did. That was a typical 3/4 inch melamine, two-sided. The machine can go up to 1.75 inch in panel thickness. It can go from 0.4 millimeter tape, which is the thickness we just put on, all the way up to 2 millimeters. The tape we put on is actually quite difficult for most expanders to put on because it is so thin and quite flimsy. But this machine can do it. That's why we did the most difficult. Can also do 0.4 PVC. That's much stronger and much more durable. You can also put on wooden strips. This is one I just cut on the table saw myself, so that it can match whatever kitchen job or whatever wood you have going in on the shelving. And in addition to that, we can also put on thick tape. This is 2 millimeter PVC, and that actually is quite easy for the machine to put on because it's very stable and very durable. I hope you can see that this is a great little machine for custom woodworking, and it will for sure make your life a lot easier.